I think that Biden's or that Bernie getting called out by Hillary as not being particularly likable, that's going to be something that Trump brings up. I also think the Democratic Party recognizes that they put Bernie Sanders forward as the candidate. They're going to get called the Socialist Party even when Bernie Sanders loses. You don't get to have somebody as your party's nominee for a presidential election once every 4 years. You don't get to have that person as the nominee and then say, well, yeah, but we're not really about that, We're not really about that thing from a few years ago when we put forward a socialist, and really an avowed, unrepentant socialist, to be the president of the United States. I think that's what you see. That's part of the weakness you have with Bernie Sanders. That's a big part of the weakness you have with Bernie Sanders. He's also not very likable. He's also too old. And the Democrat establishment would much rather have a woman. If the Democrat establishment can't have a racial or ethnic minority as president at this point, I mean, that would be choice number one, I think. Still, if they can't have that, they want a woman to be president. That falls into their ideological proclivity, or that is an ideological proclivity that they have. So now you look at, okay, there are problems with Bernie Sanders, but Hillary's backed off her statement. I didn't mean it, and apparently Bernie Sanders supporters are all being told, hey, don't go after Hillary. Let's sort of move past this. They don't want intramural fighting among Democrats. So I think you got to let people say what they're going to say, because Bernie's going to have it a lot worse. When crazy Bernie goes up against the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, it's going to be a lot worse for Bernie Sanders than it is right now, if he gets the nomination. And then on Biden, the media is protecting him because they still think, the media apparatus, if you were to ask most of them, who, from the big places, the Times and CNN and MSNBC, they want it to be Biden or Warren because she's a woman. But they want it to be Biden because they think that he's probably the one who's most likely to win. And so now we have to ask the question, okay, where is Biden weak? And we know, I talk about how he doesn't remember where he is, and Trump is saying he's just going to kind of limp across the finish line here in the primary. I think that's true. He's going to have a problem with this corruption thing in Ukraine. The issue the Democrats have is because they're so focused on using Ukraine to try to impeach the president and attack the president, they always shut down all discussion of what really happened there. But the facts that we know already, the facts as they present themselves right now, suggest beyond any doubt that what was going on in Ukraine was gross. That Hunter Biden was getting paid more than somebody who's actually qualified to be on the board of a Fortune 100 company because of who his daddy was and because of what the implications of having Joe Biden's son on the board of that company were during a time of criminal corruption probes. This is known. This is fact. There's no question about this. There's no, we have to still figure this out. But they keep protecting him on that because if they cede any ground there, then the case against Trump automatically weakens. But I think that this could come back to bite them. I think it's only a matter of time before they realize that this is short-term gain for long-term pain for the Democrats, because Biden is not their best candidate. I still think that somebody jumping in late for the Democrats would be the best thing. I think that somebody that would unite the party, because none of these candidates are going to get it done against Donald Trump. Not that I want to give them advice to make them better off, but they're not going to listen to me. They are not going to listen to the Buckster, although they should. They should, because the Buckster knows what's up.